This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Grant County Fire District 13 in Ephrata was recently awarded over $35,000 in FEMA public assistance funds.
The Wenatchee Valley College campus looks quiet, but it's Brett Riley's busiest time of the year.
Ephrata Tigers football got the season started off with a win last night when they outlasted the visiting Casimir Bulldogs.
On Friday night, the Eastmont Wildcats kicked off their 2018 varsity football schedule with a non-conference blanking of the Wilson Rams.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Grant County Fire District 13 in Ephrata was recently awarded over $35,000 in FEMA public assistance funds. What did it do with that money? It repaired its damaged parking lot. The damage was done by the severe winter storm in January and February of 2017.
Well, the benefit of the new parking lot obviously is that we have better water runoff. We have safer getting in and out of the station.
Douglas Okanagan County Fire District 15 recently received over $20,000 in FEMA public assistance funds to improve its communication system. I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at More Furniture in Ephrata.
The Wenatchee Valley College campus looks quiet, but it's Brett Riley's busiest time of the year. The Vice President for Administrative Services has a lot of preparation before classes resume later this month. That includes dealing with a state audit that shows for a year WVC accidentally misstated its assets and expenses by hundreds of thousands of dollars. The results are from the 2015 to 2016 school year, and the college has already taken action to correct them. Riley says the problem started with a major statewide change in how community colleges do their accounting.
So what used to be the case is we would all roll up as a community college system into the state system and be a single audit for the state community colleges. Northwest Commission came back and said each college needs to do their own financial statement audit.
That was about 5 years ago, and it left WVC scrambling to meet new audit standards. Among other problems, the state audit found college staff did not sufficiently understand reporting requirements. That led them to overstate how much WVC's capital assets were worth, understate its revenues, and give an inflated statement of its operating expenses. But the audit is a snapshot of WVC's finances from 3 years ago.
By the time these reports come out, it's a little dated, and we've essentially addressed all the concerns that have happened in the past.
Since then, the college has hired specialized staff to do its books and invested in new training and software.
So right now, we're in a good spot where we've made tremendous strides. Our financials going forward are going to look good.
Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Count it, baby. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28!
I want you guys to enjoy this. You deserve it. You've worked hard. You know what I mean? And your hard work paid off there in the second half.
Ephrata Tigers football got the season started off with a win last night when they outlasted the visiting Casimir Bulldogs 28-13. Casimir and Ephrata have battled in the season opener for the past 2 seasons, with each team taking a game. Last night was a tiebreaker and both coaches wanted the win. The game stayed even through the first quarter, with a halftime score being 19-13 in favor of Ephrata. The Tigers came out and charged down the field to kick a field goal right out of the gate in the second half, Later, early in the fourth quarter, Ephrata quarterback Trenton Klein connected with his 6'5" target Josh Bentham on 4th down for a touchdown. The Tigers also forced 2 red zone interceptions to keep Kashmir from scoring again, leaving Ephrata the 28-13 victors. After the game, head coach Jay Mills was pleased with how his seniors not just played, but acted on the sidelines.
I like the way our seniors mentally reacted to things and persevered through some stuff and continued to work and fight through some adversity tonight.
Ephrata's next game will be on the road when they travel to Cascade Leavenworth. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
On Friday night, the Eastmont Wildcats kicked off their 2018 varsity football schedule with a non-conference blanking of the Wilson Rams, who were visiting East Wenatchee from the Tacoma area. After a scoreless first quarter, Eastmont forged ahead on a pair of short rushing touchdowns from Carson Talley in the second, and not only held Wilson scoreless, but also without a first down in the entire half to take a 14-0 lead into the halftime locker room.
Come on, defense! Let's go D! Go D!
Run!
Go!
The Wildcats' stingy defense continued its stellar play in the second half, forcing 2 turnovers, including the icing on Eastmont's shutout cakewalk over the Rams when Wesley McElwain returned an interception 30 yards for a touchdown in the third quarter. Defensive back Jordan Jessup helped in cementing the 0 on Wilson's side of the scoreboard with a fourth quarter pick of his own deep in Wildcat territory on what had been the Rams' best scoring chance of the game as Eastmont prevailed 20-0. With a 1-0 record to start the season, the Wildcats hit the road next week for a rendezvous with the Pasco Bulldogs, who, much like Wilson, will also be looking to score their first points of 2018 in Week 2 after they got throttled in Hermiston on Friday night by the final score of 45-0. Reporting for iFIBER 1 Sports, I'm Chris Hansen.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.